We good? Hey, we're not sure if everybody can hear us. Oh, we're good. Holy cow, that whole time we've been good to go?
We're good now.
Okay, anyway. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. We're back. We're back for more. That was a reference to the metal band Rat. I like them a lot. All right. I'm Chris Machete. We're doing guitar stuff tonight. On Monday nights, that's what we do. We're on our second round of soloing. I can teach you folks how to solo. I'm not sure which camera I'm looking at right now. I think it's this one. The lower one? No, the higher one. Hey, there we are. Hi, everybody. Cool. We got Peter Chris with me. Sporting the KISS logo there. Doink, doink. So if we do have any kind of troubles along the way here, yeah, there we go. People are saying hello to me now. There we go. Yay!
Oh, Henry, Murray, Brenton.
Yes, Brenton. What's up, buddy? Henry?
Henry Murray.
What's up, Henry? Glad to have you aboard. Rock and roll. Yes, keeping rock and roll alive. That's what we're doing here tonight, right? We're keeping rock and roll alive. And hello, my partner in crime, Brent. Brent's there, man. We're going to be on tomorrow night with the bass player and principal songwriter from the band Moist. Canadian and Kingston proud for that one, right? That'll be great. So thanks for tuning in so far, folks. If we do have any, one side. Alex is there too. Alex, what's up, buddy? What's up, Alex? Hopefully we also have Miles, Luke, and Master Ben. Hopefully those three folks are watching us too, with Papa Dent there doing his thing, right? Having a beer and jamming along with us. All right. If we do have any kind of troubles, we're going to fix them along the way, so stick with me here. Because the producer is right with me. That's one of the lucky things I have about our shows, I keep mentioning. Yeah, right on. So, what do we got? Of course, yes. Oh, because Miss Machete's quoting in here, chiming in. So if you guys got any requests or anything you want to hear, man, I'm totally open for that. Totally open for that. How you like that shirt? Huh? There's some classic Canadian metal right there. One of my favorite bands. Again, Kingston representing, and just Brobe. Musical family representing right there. Boom. And that's what it's about when you start playing in a band. You make these friends off the beginning, and hopefully they stick with you. I started off playing back in the mid-90s, man. One of the first bands we made friends with was I Hate Sally. Now I live in the city of Kingston, and one of the members lives up the street from me. She's amazing. Great friends. And one of the guitar player, principal songwriter as well, who started the band, Mark, is like one of my best friends here. Great times, you know. My go-to guy here in Kingston for either drinking beer, talking hockey, or jamming with, right? So, excuse me. So rock and roll breeds friendship, my friends. It really, really does. So I'm happy to keep it alive. I used to say when I was pimping my music school, I used to say keeping rock and roll alive since 2005, because that's just how long I was teaching for, right? Really, I've been keeping rock and roll alive since maybe I was 6, since I've been pumping KISS through my, the other side of me. There it is. Everything's backwards. Through my speakers, right? Yeah, dudes and ducessies, I'm glad everybody's here. I'm having a drink. I'm drinking wine again because that's just all that's in the house. There's no beer. No, whenever beer's in the house right now, because it's so hard to get stuff, it's gone. It's gone like that. So, wow, I don't hate diving in, but I'm always reluctant to dive in. Hey, don't laugh at me. Reluctant to dive in, because then I have to stop talking to everyone. I like chatting. I'm in a chatty mood tonight as well. We did our comic book podcast last night, just to talk about the kids on the escalator stuff, because we got a great episode tomorrow night, as I mentioned. A member of Moist is going to be on there, and they got a new song out, and the video is apparently really trippy. We won't be able to show the video, unfortunately, but we can talk about it with one of the members. Yeah, we can. All right, without further delay, and hopefully sound's working. Everybody's in there. Cheers, everyone. Just thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. The Dean Blundell Network. Dean, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you pumping me through your internet veins. Because, you know, the Dean Blundell channel is where all the cool shit happens, right? We're keeping rock and roll alive here, my friends. Here we are. So, cheers. Look at that. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. Super Uzuka. Oh, we just lost a viewer because of it.
Oh no.
Are we back?
Yep.
Sorry. Dang. You know, like as I say, we'll get this under control once we get rolling here. And just before I started the lesson. Okay, so that one viewer that left, come back. We lost. I just saw the number just drop by one person. We went from what, like 120 to 119. So come on. Here we go. Okay, so last week, there we go. Thanks, buddy. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we need that input out there, right? Because the internet is effed. It's hard to do these things. People think you just plug in and go. No. Okay. Here's what we got, folks. Okay, no, it's sticking a bit. So, again, finger, open. Finger, open. Jet down to the second fret. Finger, open. D string, finger, open. It is like the E minor scale. So what I'm doing, just to recap last week, we're putting a rhythm in between. So you're a human metronome. How's that feel? And we're putting in this scale in between. Okay, now I know it's hard for the video to sync up for the quick stuff, but here's where we're kind of aiming to go. Is taking those pull-offs. Jack? Hello, Jack. Sup, Jack? Got any requests? You let me know. Okay, so what we're doing eventually is we want to do pull-offs on these. Instead of going... we want to go... Now, hopefully you caught that. I know the video's sticking a bit here and there. Nice video. Thanks, Jack. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Doing the hammer-ons in there, right? Because then you can do something like this. Okay? So... noodling, we're noodling it up a bit. We're cranking it up when we do that. Just speeding things up. Okay. Cheers, everybody drink. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to expand on that part of the lesson.
Last name's hard to pronounce.
Oh, sorry, but I just said Jack because my eyes don't work that well in the where the view of your name is so far away that I have a hard time reading a lot of things there, but I picked out Jack. That's okay, buddy. Right on. My name, like my real last name is Cochran, and man, people had a hard time pronouncing that one too, buddy. You know what I mean? I'm with you. It's okay. All good. Cotrain, Cockane, like I got it all, buddy. Don't worry about it. We're all good, Jack. I'm glad to have you out there, my friend. I like talking to you folks. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add on, instead of being a human metronome, we're still going to take this nice and slow, my friends. What we're going to do is we're going to go... Okay. Did somebody just request spread your wings?
No, sunshine of your love.
If that's the riff you're looking for, yeah, that's like a staple. Who asked for that?
Slap bass god.
Slap bass god. That's one of the staples in actually my repertoire of teaching. That riff is gold, and if I play it in that key of E like that, it can go into so many other things. Hopefully you caught that, and that all caught in there. But that was great. That was great. So Jack's saying I just started, and I'm trying to jam. We're trying to learn, right? Okay, Jack, we'll take your time, buddy. I know these videos stick a bit. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Yeah. Actually, if I was gonna play Crazy Little Thing Called Love, there we go. Well, this thing called love. Actually, I did a cover band gig called Rock Stars Live with some members of Moist and members of Killer Dwarves. Oh, and the drummer was another famous band. But anyway, we did we played that song. We played that song. Yeah, right on, buddy. I'm crazy. Yeah, my guitar's definitely not hooked up for anything clean right now. But yeah, buddy. Yeah. Like so many songs. I love Queen, dude. Queen. When I was growing up, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked on the solo lesson. We will get there. But when I grew up, dude, growing up, I'm a little older. I had it was Kiss, Queen, and Cheap Trick, and wow, like those were my three bands, right? And it was funny because older kids used to hack on me because I like Kiss, they're just all show, whatever. And they'd say Queen's number one, and I'd start naming all these Queen songs, and then I'd just befuddle them and shut them up. Because I love Queen, man. Brian May playing with the Pence there, his sound was gold. But Freddie Mercury is still my favorite singer. Freddie Mercury, man. Cheers to Freddie Mercury. I'm not pouring some of this on the ground because I have carpet on the floor and this is wine. That will leave a stain. But cheers, my friend, to Queen and to Freddie Mercury. And Jack, you take your time with these lessons. If you have any requests, man, you just float them my way and I will do them. But
thank you for following, Slapface.
Yeah, thanks for following, buddy. Well, if you have something here we can follow, we will follow you back. It's that whole mode. You follow me, I follow you. I'll be right in there. Okay. So flash me back to some solo. Okay, guys. So I got to dive into the solos. I love talking, but just give me a minute here to get into my solos. If you want to keep chatting, that's cool on there. Keep posting. Producer will let me know. By the way, the audio is coming through one ear. I know we're getting a little bummed out with the audio here, right?
We're hoping to get a sponsorship.
Yeah. I apparently there's a sponsorship on the way here. We're just better doing this than nothing, right, my friend? But I appreciate that because we don't know sound-wise what's going on, and that has been a hindrance coming out in mono. I think I might need a splitter in my little the little board I have. But I have like this nice one, an F10. But I moved and I had it stashed away, and it's one of those things where you don't use it in a few months, you bring it out, and all of a sudden it doesn't work. And I was so bummed out because what is it, 10 channels? 8 channels, Lonnie? Yeah. The F10. The F10's huge.
It's 10. F10.
Sorry, right, 10 channels, of course. Oh man, yeah. But we appreciate that. You're not pissing us off by helping us, telling us what you can hear and what can't hear, right? We get it, man. We get it. I'm just here to hang out and have fun, man. I love this stuff, and I love sharing guitar talk. As my brother Brent and I say, you speak guitar or you don't. And it's great to find people that speak guitar. As speak guitar, I'm not saying speak in notes, but they understand. They understand guitar rock, guitar music, right? Okay, guys, so I don't have to, but I'm going to dive in to our soloing here, okay? Okay, here we go. Now, originally we were doing this, right? We were going, using a metronome. Basically, we were a human metronome. So here's what we're going to do now is we're going to put a riff in. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our middle finger on the 3rd fret on the E. We're going to go to a makeshift A chord, putting your first finger on the D string, or flattening, right? However far you can go. When I'm playing live, I just flatten that thing out, right? Because, especially if you're using distortion. Kick it! We know what that was from. So what we're going to do is go from, which is the G here, the G note. Now we're going to go back to the G note again, our root note. And then we're just going to move our finger from the D string to the A string and hit that low E, that E minor. Classic blues, right? And this is a fun one because you can put vocals in instead of your riff on this one, okay? Now for those aspiring musicians who want to solo, blues is the way to go. You want to start soloing through blues, okay? I don't care if you want to be a shredder or if you want to be a pop soloist. punk solos. What other kind of bands play solos besides metal and rock, though, right, my friends? Okay. I woke up this morning, and what did I find? An empty beer bottle saying, "You're wasting your time." Yeah, I got it. We're gonna stick with the beginning of that instead of me throwing those awful vocals in there. At this point, let's put some guitar in there, okay? For my friends, here's what we got. So basically, we're just taking what we learned in the first lesson and putting it between a riff instead of putting it between a metronome, okay? If you have taken lessons with me before, or you heard what I mentioned during my last lesson, drink. I teach in steps, okay? Now I'm going to have some more questions after I'm done doing what I've done here, but basically my friends who have followed my first lesson here, we just want to supplement that scale. And all I'm doing is going on the 3rd fret on the E, finger open, just follow it straight through. A lot of this is timing, getting the timing in. I'm going to go real slow. All right? So simple. Like, seriously, this is the beginning of soloing. It's really not that hard. Again, we're using like the E minor scale, and if you're a beginner guitar player a beginner soloer, you should know that scale. If you don't, my other lesson is behind this one, or it's here, right? Go to it, learn that scale, my friends, because I can't go back and do that now. Well, I woke up this morning, and what did I find? I don't know, my friends. You tell me what you found. And then you go to the solo. It's actually easy, and it's kind of mind blowing. You can hit my face here for a minute, Lonnie, if you'd like. It's kind of mind blowing how you can control a whole song. You can play that riff and write a vocal line, and then you can play a solo and go back into it. And you don't need the rhythm guitar. You don't need the bass. You don't need drums. You're just playing it yourself, and it's a great way to learn how to do that. Entertaining people with the solo, plus it makes it seem like it's more of a song. It's the same riff basically behind the solo, but you're bringing the song to another level, right? Adding in the accents and a little bit of the noodling. So it just shows a little more talent in the guitar player, and not only that, because you're looking for that right now. You're looking for a little more talent. You're looking for an edge. But it also adds a little more completion to yourself as being a guitar player and a songwriter. Now, I don't know how many songwriters we have out there that are watching at any point here, but I love songwriting. I find songwriting is like that itch that you can't reach until you get that song out there. I've written hundreds of songs, and I'm not lying. My wife can vouch for me, that have not even seen the light of day. Half of them I probably recorded and haven't seen the light of day. So don't feel bad about writing something and not quite using it. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now, I also had a shout out from a few people. Hopefully, so Jack, can you play anything, buddy? Because I've had a shout out from younger viewers. As you notice, I'm trying to keep the swearing down on this too, because I want to help the younger viewers. I have some friends who have kids watching this as well, so I'm not going to be dropping F-bombs on here too much. You know what I mean? I will be drinking, but very calmly and respectably. Cheers, my friends. Cheers to my parents out there. So you're welcome to have your kids here, because I'm not going to be dropping F-bombs and stuff. Okay? So to Jack, can you play anything, buddy? Because the first thing you should learn how to play is an open E version of Smoke on the Water. Okay? Now, I've gotten a request for this from 2 different parents, actually, that have their kids watching with them. So I'm going to take 5 minutes here and teach open E version of Smoke on the Water. Bear with me if you're an advanced player learning solos. Okay? Just bear with me. Practice what I just showed you. Okay? Here we go. Kids, here we go. Now, this song on the album is played like that. But I want you to learn it all on the low E string, and I'll show you why. But let's do it first. What we're going to do is we're going to go open, which is no finger down at all. This is all on the low E, my friends. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the 3rd fret on the E string. Now, you may need to watch this over again. You do that, my friends. Don't get frustrated. Don't give up. Now, the 3rd time, we're just going to go up to the 5th fret. Or I like to say, generally the next dot, if your guitar is set up the standard way. So what we have, part 1. Okay? Open, 3rd, 5th. That's part 1. Here comes part 2. Open, 3rd, 6th. Okay, so don't go to the 5th. Then go to the 5th. Part 2. Now here's the cool part about this. Part 3 is just part 1 again. Okay. So far we've got 3 parts, but 2 of them are the same. This is for kids. This is for very, very, very beginner guitar players. I love you. I love the beginners, and I'm here to help. Part 1, open 3-5. Part 2, open 3-6-5. Part 3, same as the first. Now part 4, the final chapter, is 2 notes. The 3rd fret and the open. Now the mistake most people do is go open and then 3rd. There's part 4, 3, open. Part 1. Part 2. Part 3, same as the first. Part 4. Now, as I played that riff for the request, check this out. Dudes, we be jamming. We be jamming. So I'm the teacher that's going to show you how to jam, not read something. Okay, so there's our smoke on the water. This video is going to be up here. If you didn't get that and you're an extreme beginner guitar player, yeah, you can go up my face again here if you want, Lonnie. Okay, so go over that as many times as you need to. Don't be embarrassed if you don't know how to play that, my friends. That is the thing about learning something like that as a beginner guitar player. These lessons that I'm doing right here and right now are for the beginner guitar players. If there's a request for Crazy Train solo or some Van Halen, like, let me know and I will do another night, or I will do an hour after this hour. This is dedicated to the beginner guitar players because I care for you, my friends. And it is very important to have a guitar teacher off the beginning that is going to inspire you, that is going to help you. Instead of like, no, you need to learn this. Oh, I like this band, so you should learn this. I don't play that, my friends. I don't play that. I'm out for you, not myself. Cheers. Everybody drink. Okay, so you got smoke on the water there if you need it for my people that can't play anything. And don't feel bad, man. Throw me those requests. I am here to help. That's my motto, right? Keeping rock and roll alive since 2005. Bitchin'. And on my YouTube channel, I do answer people on there as well. Somebody mentioned just before we started the lesson that I reminded them of a cartoon character at a certain time in the lesson. And now I'm curious. I love cartoons, so I got to go back and watch that. I gave it a thumbs up, but I got to see what I did at that point. And excuse me, what comic book character they remind him of? A cartoon character. Sorry, cartoon character. I'm a walking cartoon. Great guy to party with, though, right, Lonnie? Yep. Yep. All right, folks. See, I chat a bit so you can practice, too. Feel free to practice what you're doing while I'm talking. That's kind of the point of this, and I do this with my live students. Not for a long time, but maybe just for a couple minutes, especially if you're getting frustrated. Okay, we've gone over some beginner soloing. Well, first I chatted everybody's ear off. Then we did some beginner soloing. Then I did a beginner riff. I'm talking like fresh out of the barrel, my friends. Like, for my American French, fresh out of the barrel. What we're going to do now is we're going to expand on a little more of an advanced riff that I showed you guys last lesson, and I love this riff. Let me just have a sip of my beverage before we dive into this riff, because this riff is key. This is a noodly riff. This is, again, for my soloists, okay? A little higher tier here. We're kind of, as you can notice, we're kind of moving in tiers. Okay, cheers, everybody, drink. All right, here's what we got, my friends. Last week, pick and slide. Continue. Same formula. Pick and slide. End right in between those dots. Okay, I'm going to go over this one more time. You may need to check out my other lesson, my friends. No harm in that. Got hair in my face. 3, 5, 3, 5, slide. Okay, we're right here. I like to use my pinky because I started playing guitar when I was just a wee lad. My hands were wee as well. So you can go to your ring finger. I'm assuming most people are gonna go to your ring finger, but I'm super comfy with the pinky. The thing about doing a noodly riff like this that's fun, and I'm gonna show you. Do you hear how there's an ending on that? Right? So I'm training you to do guitar licks and songs on your own. Some little gold chunks that you can use when you're jamming, okay? So let's do this again. I'm going to stop when we hit the spot that I left off at last week. We're on the 8th fret. Go to the 10th fret on the B string. Then go back to the 8th fret on the high E. 10, pick slide. Up to the 12th fret. From the 12th, back to the 10th. Ending on the 8th. Okay, again, we're in between here. We're ending here on the 8th fret on the B string. Then we're going to go 10th fret on the B, 8th fret on the high E, 10th fret on the high E, pick slide, 12th fret on the high E, back where we came from, 10, 8. Bitchin'. Tell me that doesn't sound good. That sounds amazing. That sounds rad. You gotta admit that sounds rad. That is a really cool riff. Much more you can add to that. Okay, click up to my face again. All right, if you did watch the first lesson and you learned that as well, and you're getting there, like, this is time to practice, my friends. Practice it. Okay. If you got that, that's sweet. Good job. Because again, we can infiltrate that to these riffs that I'm putting in. You know what I mean? With the rhythm, these hand riffs that we're putting in. And we start learning what chords to play these certain little noodles along with, right? Next thing you know, you're like, you're asking somebody, what key is that in? It's in the key of G. And you're like, okay, well, I can noodle here. Or I can play here. And you're knowing it without really being like math rock about it, which is one of the things that I love to teach people about, because I'm not math rock. But that's okay if you are. Just saying. To start beginner soloing, there's no math involved. Maybe a little bit, but no division. So if everybody's doing good tonight, well, how long have we been online for, Lonnie? We're going to do an hour. 30. Oh, I got half a lesson to go still. Sun gun. Because I did promise a couple other things tonight. I promised another solo by an artist, and it was Led Zeppelin. We're going to do a beginner solo by Led Zeppelin, and I'm going to show you how to do clean finger tapping. Protest the Hero mastered it very well. Look at my noggin. It's all over the place. I love it. How crazy can I look? There we go. That's good. 80s metal personified. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over some finger tapping in a second here. I'm going to do a Zeppelin solo. I'm going to have another drink. Is anybody else dying to get outside and just like keep the windows open and stuff and So, as we mentioned before, too, we have 3 cats and a dog here. So, holy cow, my nose is just so itchy. I'm, just itchy. Dang, I want to go outside and lay in the sun and work on the yard. But I guess that's coming, right, Lonnie?
Yes.
Okay, is everybody practice up what I've showed you so far? Good. We're going to do some Zeppelin. Ready?
Black one.
Everybody sing along. Black Dog's a great one, buddy. A great one. Okay. Today we're going to break down Livin' Lovin' Maid. Now, the first riff I wasn't really going to teach because we're doing the beginner soloing here. If you don't know how to play... There's the riff. You may have to watch it again, my friends, but the main part of this is the solo that I'm doing here, right? That tone, oh, thanks, buddy. The tone, yeah, that's Marshall. I'm a Marshall fan, dude. A Marshall heart and soul. Marshall sounds great. I love Marshall amps. Thank you. Cool. Okay, so here's what we got now. We're gonna do the solo to Livin' Lovin' Maid. So the riff. Now, we're going to come up here. We are on the D string, okay? The D string. And we are on... so I always guide this... When I start soloing above the 12th fret, I count from the 12th fret. Because if you're going to count up to the 14th fret or the 15th fret from 1, you're going to spend way too much time counting, my friends. And as I said, this isn't math rock. This is just rock and roll. So... what I'm doing... Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the notes first without the accents, because there's some real hammer-ons and stuff, but let's take our time, my friends. Let's do this proper. Go slow. So what we're doing is hammering on, well, picking 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pretty straightforward, my friends. This formula you're going to find in a lot of solos. Okay, so I'm going 14 to 16. Hitting the 14th fret on the string above it or below it, depending on how you're looking at it. 14th on the G. Going right back the way we came up there, okay? So then we're going to go back to the 16th on the D string. 14, 16, string up, 14, back to the 16 on the D. So when you're learning a solo like this, what you want to do is practice that part. You notice how when I did that super beginner lesson, I broke Smoke on the Water down in 4 sections, right? So that's what I like to do with solos too, so you don't forget them. I find that works for my brain anyway, is segregating them into sections. So now when you get better at it, that's what you want to do, is hammer on that first segment. Okay, you guys can do this no problem. All right, practice that while I have a sip of my drink. Take your time, that's the key thing. Excuse me. All right, folks, here we go. Now there's the finish of it right there before we do our bends. What I'm doing is just jamming again on 2 frets higher. So you'll notice the box shape. You can see that in so many solos, dudes. Like, so many solos. So check this out. Now, another thing you're going to notice is I like to use I'll use like 3 fingers instead of just like 1 in situations like this. When I'm bending a string, excuse me, I like to have as much control over it as possible. And I find I can do that by putting all my fingers in there. Again, I started playing when I was really young, right? So, and I'm only 5'5". I'm not a huge dude. So I've had to accommodate a lot of things, especially when you're younger too, as old as I am. You know, a lot of guitars had huge necks. It's just nuts. Okay, so. Haha! Yeah, caught you, didn't I? I knew you were gonna switch, so I stopped talking. Okay, folks, check this out. We got this so far, right? See, they just practice a little bit while I'm chatting, Lonnie. We're good. Oh, we stuck there, didn't we? Okay, this is key. These are called bends, my friends. Now, there's half bends, there's quarter bends, and there's full bends. We're going to do a half bend and then a full bend. Half bend, you cut it off basically in the air. Okay, so when you bring it up, you stop. Now the next one we're going to do is in the same position, but we're going to do a full bend. So you bring it back to where it originated. Okay, I'm going to try and move my pinky out of there. So we got 2 bends. We got a half bend. We have a full bend. And then what I do is I release my 2 fingers. So we're just at the first. Yeah, and if you're thinking that's too easy, it's not. It's not. That's it, brothers. That's it, brothers and sisters. Booga. Okay, here we go. WKR Lonnie. Here, check this out. Okay? I'm putting a pinch harmonic in there occasionally. Ignore that for now, because man, that is hard to teach in, like right now, that's hard to teach. There we go, the tone of the Marshall. Now, if you want to get more, you just flick your pickup, right? Like, check this out. How beautiful does that sound? Switching your tone for the solos, right? Flick of the switch. It makes your face go like, and do those. That's how you. That's see. Everybody wonders why did they make those guitar faces? It's because they changed their pickups. That sounds awesome though. Okay, to my face, baby. Let's have some face. Give us some face. Some face. Face. That's my face. Okay. Da 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 da. Practice. Da 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 da. Get that in your noggin. If you've never heard this song before, damn, that's gonna be tricky. But if you're, you know, into rock and roll, you might have. Great song. One of my go-tos for jamming or getting warmed up. Yeah, not jamming, warmed up. So the more you get the rhythm of that in your noggin, the better you're going to be at playing it, obviously, right? Okay, so let's get back to it, Lonnie. They've practiced enough. Let's keep going. Okay, we're ending right here. We're on the 14th fret. On the G string. G string. G as in goddamn. Right, Lonnie? Okay, great. So what we're going to do is go up 1, 2, 3 frets to the 17th. On the next string, on the beat. So check this out. Sometimes you're going to have to play the progression before to feel the next part. Okay. See all those bends? Dang! So if this is the 15th with my index finger, 16, 17. Second dot past the 12th. You got to look for landmarks, my friend, because if you're jamming when we get life back together and there's like smoke on the stage and everybody's screaming, man, you want to hit those notes quick, my friends. Yes, you do. So check this out. Half, half, half. Back to the original note. Don't go down yet. That's all on one fret. Okay, you're going to do 3 half bends, which we went over. You pause in the air. 1, 2, 3. And then hit the note where it should be. Okay, check this out. Jumping up to the 17th fret on the next string. I'm just going to do this so you can see it a little better. Why do I have my first finger there? Here's why. You're going to go to it. You're going to go to it next and drop it down 1 more fret to the 14th. I wanted you to get that. Did you get that? Okay. Pop back up to my face here, Lonnie. Please. Thank you. All right. The reason I went so closely over that is because that's basically it. After that, we just do the first part again, and we do the simple climb of every fret from the 5th. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But I just want you to practice what we've done there, okay? Da 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 down now now wow 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 wow. Now the thing about playing it slow is you want to hear all the notes before you play it fast. If you're playing it slow and you're mashing notes and you're not hearing what's coming out and you try and play it fast, you're going to keep it that way. You're not going to; those notes are not going to come out. Trust me, my friends. Trust me. So make sure you slow it down and you know those notes sound great. Go as slow as you need to. Nobody wants to slow down these days, right? And I get it. I'm one of the quickest people you will meet. But you want to slow those down. You want to hear every note before you even dare to speed that up or play at normal volume, okay? Now, we're going to have another sip. Cheers, everybody. Drink. And we're going to finish off this legendary, but yet fairly easy Led Zeppelin solo. Okay. Here's what we got so far. Check this out. Second time through. Don't go up to that high part here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go down. 5th fret. Second highest string, the B, and ride it all the way up. To where we just were on the 17th fret. If you're learning by ear, which is what I recommend, you will hear that. You will just know when to stop. You will know when to stop. So here's we go. Instead of going so I might have stuck there. Instead of doing that part, we start on the 5th fret on the B string, second highest, and just run them all till we hit 17. You should hear it. That's the solo. Damn, right? No, I gotta play it again. Don't switch. Round 2. Fifth fret. right, now you can give me some face, Lonnie. Here we go. All right. Huh? Did you get that? I really hope you did. I really hope you did. Take your time with it. You can watch these videos over as many times as you want. I'm not pumping for more views. I'm just make sure you get it. If you can put the effort into watching the video and trying to do it, watch it again. Make sure you get it. It'll help you. Especially, excuse me, well, everything will, but lesson after lesson we're building here. That's the best way to teach. Best way to teach. And if you are in the market and I can help you more, it's $20 a half hour. I don't lock you in for anything. You can just sign up for one lesson or like an hour lesson. We do them over Zoom here, or we can do them over Skype, or we can do them over Facebook. I find when we don't have the big production going on, when I'm just like face to face with someone, there's no lag time or anything. Everything works really, really well. I actually jam with some of my students online. I find when we get the whole production going, we get a little lag time and maybe some things happen wrong. But just if you're ever worried about that kind of thing, excuse me, my private lessons are really pretty straightforward because it's just through the computer. It's a lot easier. Lonnie would atone to that, I think.
Yeah, we're not streaming.
We're not streaming. It's just one-on-one, so we don't have any of these troubles. Unless it's a bad day on the internet. Like, stuff happens, right? Like, I promised I'd keep it clean. I owe a quarter to the swear jar.
Poop happens.
Poop happens. Right. How's everybody doing with the lesson so far? Hope you're doing well. Made some new friends tonight. What's the slap bass? Slap bass God. Oh, I got a bass I got to show you too at some point. A buddy of mine passed away, and he left me a 1975 Gibson Ripper. It's nice, buddy. All wood. I'll have to bring that up next lesson. I'm not prepared for that, unfortunately. And maybe I'll even plug in and run over some bass stuff. If you're into some bass stuff, buddy, I'm here to help. And Jack, man, I met Jack. It's nice to meet you, Jack. Pleased to meet you, buddy. And any requests, we're here for you. We're here for you. So one more thing that I've requested and I promised I would do. What do we got now? What time we at?
Oh, you got 10 minutes.
10? Oh, okay. So here's the last of it. And this is the finger tapping lesson to make your finger tapping clean. I didn't even get to... I don't much stuff I don't want to show everybody too, and I didn't even get to that yet, but that's okay.
You can still show and tell.
Cheers, everybody. Drink. Even after I drank. Okay. I don't need my pick. Now, here's the thing about me and finger tapping. Kind of a burn on my part. I started finger tapping way back in the day. And I finger tap with my first finger. So, if you do, you should be using your middle finger, because then you can... But I can actually do it. I just move fingers and I come back, but it's tricky for some people. Definitely tricky. So I'm going to be using my index finger down here with this kind of thing. Let me get this. Sorry, let me get this sweatband out of the way because this is not part of the trick. This is from an actual Kiss concert. Which one was this, Lonnie? That was when the Casino. This was the one where they redid Kiss Alive.
Yeah.
Mint. Love it. Okay. So as I use my index finger up here, feel free to use your middle. You should, technically, folks. Bad teacher. Okay. Clean finger tapping. Here's the frets I'm going to use. Okay. We're going to use the second highest string. We're going to go off of the 9th fret. And we're going to use the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. Now what we're going to do is this. We're not going to do... Actually, maybe we should do that first. See, I like this. I like that. So what I'm doing there is going... Yeah, I know, right? You get going too quick. I think that's what it is, right? Okay, I want you to learn that. Friends, rock and roll supporters, true believers. Finger on, open, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Dude, it's... Yeah, I could do a lot of things while playing that, like lose my headband. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what we're doing to make that sound clean. Now, you know when you're muting something, right? For a second. You know when you're muting something like that with your right hand, your picking hand. Okay. Finger tapping. Check this out. Same thing. So what I did was I'm clasping really low, like we're nothing. Slowly lift this hand. Sorry, slowly lift this hand off your palm. Okay, check this out. So clean. Beautiful, right? All right. But you got to find that spot. See, my hand is used to being in that perfect spot. But if you practice it, your hand will find that spot. But what you want to do is start totally muted. Okay, lifting the mute with your hand. Take your time with that. Run the lesson through again. We're going to take our right hand. We're going to go on the 9th fret on the second highest string, because the highest string is clean. We want to go in between strings. We want to go on the B and make this sound clean, not messy. No. Nice and clean, my friends. Okay, so finger down, open, 3-5. So it's like. That's what we want to do for our finger tapping. Watch the video again. Take your time. Do it right, damn it. That's a throat to Todd Kearns. Do it right, damn it. Or Dank Ferrick. Do it right, Dank Ferrick. That's what we want to do there, right? Okay, pop to my face there, man. We're good. Good. We did it. Okay, there's an hour again anyway, folks. We do an hour here. This is the stuff I got to do. But did you know that there is an Iron Maiden comic book? That's pretty cool, huh? I didn't know if you knew that. See, I'm a big comic book freak. Sundays on our channel here. The Kids in the Escalator channel that we're doing here is expanding, right? Like we got retro movies, retro video games on Friday nights. We've got Sunday comics with myself. We've got Tuesdays. We've got the full-on show. Like I say, we got Jeff from Moist on this Tuesday. My cohort there, Brent, has got Coffee Podcast. If you're into coffee, holy crap, he drinks a lot of coffee. But I talk faster than him. How does that happen? I know, right? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it either. So comic books, so like there's an Iron Maiden comic book. That's pretty cool. That's pretty decent, right? I love comic books. If you want to hear about comic books, Sunday is the day for our channel, right? Right, Lonnie? Mm-hmm. Friday is the night for retro. I think we should do retro gaming this Friday. Retro gaming? I think we should do retro gaming this Friday. Okay. Boom. Let's end this off, right? Let's end this off. Here we go. Cheers to my new friends. Cheers to my old friends. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Champion of guitar lessons right here. Right here, my friends. Join me tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on the Ontario side of Canada. Yep. And 6 o'clock? PST. Tomorrow night for Kids on the Escalator, we got Jeff Pierce from Moist on there, a close friend of mine. I'm stoked about that. They got new music out. Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe and follow. We're really new to it, especially if you're on Twitch, man. Woo!
So give you a notification of when we're on.
Yeah, it'll give you notifications when we're on, and plus we'll follow you right back. You follow me, I'll follow you, and Brent will do the same thing because we're a team here. This is Kids on the Escalator Network. Saturdays we got a Superstar Saturday surprise for everybody too. This is going to be a channel. There's only 2 days right now you can't get anything going on with us, and that's Wednesday and Thursday. And I teach a lot on Wednesday and Thursday, so there's not much I can do there. Oh man, the comic book is coming out, but that's a story for another day, right, Lonnie? Champion of guitar lessons, right here. You guys are great. We're all keeping rock and roll alive. Talk to you soon.